Bob Dylan's evolution from a folk singer to a rock and roll icon. In the vibrant and transformative 1960s, a young folk singer named Bob Dylan was making waves with his poignant lyrics and soul-stirring melodies. Born Robert Allen Zimmerman, he had gained a loyal following in the folk music scene with his acoustic guitar and harmonica. His songs spoke of social issues, love, and the human condition, resonating deeply with a generation hungry for change. Dylan's journey to becoming a rock and roll icon began with a restlessness that couldn't be confined to a single genre. As he played in cafes and small venues, he felt the winds of change blowing through the music industry. Inspired by the electric sounds of bands like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, Dylan started to experiment with a new sound. In 1965, with the release of his album, Bringing It All Back Home, Dylan shocked his folk audience by introducing electric instruments into his music. The album featured a mix of acoustic and electric tracks, showcasing his evolving musical direction. This marked a significant turning point in his career and ignited a firestorm of controversy. Traditionalists accused him of betraying the folk movement, while others applauded his willingness to evolve. Dylan's transformation gained further momentum with his iconic appearance at the Newport Folk Festival later that year. Armed with an electric guitar, he performed alongside a band, embracing the electrifying energy of rock and roll. The performance was met with a mix of cheers and boos, highlighting the stark divide between his old and new styles. Yet, Dylan remained unapologetic, determined to follow his creative instincts. His next album, Highway 61 Revisited, solidified his shift towards rock and roll greatness. Released in 1965, the album featured classics like a Rolling Stone and Ballad of a Thin Man. These tracks showcased his electric sound and his ability to craft lyrics that were simultaneously poetic and provocative. Like a Rolling Stone, in particular, became an anthem of rebellion and self-discovery. As Dylan's music evolved, so did his appearance. He shed his clean-cut folk image for a more enigmatic and edgy look, unkempt hair, shades, and a leather jacket. This transformation wasn't just about music, it was a complete reinvention of his identity. He became a symbol of counterculture and a voice for a generation questioning authority and convention. By 1966, Dylan fully embraced his rock and roll persona with the release of Blonde on Blonde, a double album that showcased his lyrical prowess and genre-blending skills. His electric guitar and distinctive voice became the soundtrack for a changing world. Songs like Rainy Day Women No. 12 and 35, and Visions of Johanna, captured the complexity of human emotions and experiences. Bob Dylan's transformation from a folk singer to a rock and roll icon was complete. He had pushed boundaries, shattered expectations, and redefined the possibilities of music. His journey served as an inspiration for artists across genres and generations. Though his new direction had been met with resistance, Dylan's legacy as a trailblazer in the world of music was undeniable. As the 60s came to a close, Dylan's impact continued to reverberate. He had proven that artistic evolution was not only natural but essential for staying relevant and resonating with changing times. Bob Dylan's transformation was more than just a musical shift. It was a cultural revolution that left an indelible mark on the history of music and the spirit of a generation. Thank you for watching this video about Bob Dylan's evolution from a folk singer to a rock and roll icon, and do not forget to like and subscribe.